All right, I want to walk through the hearings I watched Thursday and Friday in the House and Senate on banking. They're on right now, still on C-SPAN. They're re-airing them. Unbelievable. I mean, they just came right out and said, yeah, we stole all the money. There's nothing you can do about it. And the exact number I told you, $5 trillion. $5 trillion. You can read the subsections where it says no one can review it, no one can look at it, no one can question it. And Kashkari would remind them. He would say, you know about subsection such and such. And he would just smile and just laugh at the House. Just laughing. You're our slaves. See, it's important in psychological warfare for them to let the Congress know they're ceremonial. Let's talk to George in Texas. You're on the air. Welcome.
How you doing, Alex?
Oh, I'm pretty freaked out. I mean, this is moving faster than I thought. Where they openly steal $5 trillion and say we're keeping it all, and no one can be told where it's going, and we're setting up a world government, and then the yuppies are stumbling around, still acting stylish.
Well, did you hear about they're going to say do away with the Texas Youth Commission and give it another name, but still keep the same rape rooms?
Yeah, I mean, the Texas Rangers found out that they would have these public rapings, and the judges and locals and police would pull up to rape the children. And they have public fight nights and the rest of it, and then the state police got in trouble for trying to expose it, and that's why the state police, the inside skinny, are being overthrown now because they're not fully controlled by the pedophile rings. And by the way, I'm not joking. All over the country, from Florida to Michigan to California, I mean, how many Homeland Security deputy heads have we heard who get caught raping little kids or trying to? Because, you see, the whole government isn't bad, so cops keep busting the other cops doing it. But it's always the officials, see? I mean, you got to be scum. You got to be I mean, look, in Rome, pedophile rings ran it. I mean, it's always the same in history.
Well, Alex, I talked to a Texas Ranger at work who comes and gets coffee. He told me he arrested more people with honor than the people they're putting in the Texas Rangers, and they even qualified to wash their cars.
No, I know. It was the Texas Rangers in West Texas first found out about it. That's why I said state police. They're technically part of the state police. And then, I mean, listen, who wants to be in a foster home with little kids? And I don't mean your average foster parent. I mean, some of them are okay, but statistically, a child's 5 times more likely to be abused. Congressional reports on that, the Justice Department numbers. Just pull up rates of child abuse. Government 5 times more likely. It'll pop up for you. But some areas it's even higher, but it's a national average. But these facilities where they have the youth, who do you think wants to go work in a youth facility? A big fat pedophile. That's right.
Oh, well, God bless, Alex. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, God bless you. Yeah, the government isn't the government. Criminals took it over. Then they got more criminals in, and they're trying to kick everybody good out of government. Okay, that's how this works. You understand? We're in trouble. Mayday. America is in crisis, ladies and gentlemen. It happens all the time in other nations. It happened here. Evil took over. They don't have full control. I'm on the air. Other people are on the air. That's another example. The state police tried to stop it, and the whole thing got covered up. I mean, folks, just around Austin, they've shut down 3 prisons that I know of, and I'm not even paying attention to local news. I'm paying attention to international and national. I mean, they had some women's prison out in Bastrop run by a private group. You can just Google it. And it said they were making porno videos, raping the women in bondage rooms, and it said they raped all the women because the guards thought that was how it should be done. And guess what? They just lost their contract, and nobody went to prison. I mean, that's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, hell has been, and then I can't even keep track of it all. You know who they hired for Abu Ghraib and Camp X-Ray and these black sites, secret sites, ghost sites all around the world? It came out in congressional testimony that they hire former federal and state prison guards who've been disciplined or kicked out for raping and torture. By the way, Barack Obama has announced the black sites stay open. That is the secret black op torture facilities, the ghost sites. They all stay open. It all stays open. The spying on American citizens, it all stays open. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? And see, for 8 years, you know, under Bill Clinton, I'm an evil right-winger. Now, under Bush, I'm a liberal. Now, all these conservative groups, oh, you're good again. You don't like Obama. You idiots. These guys are puppets. They don't run anything, okay? I'm not talking to the general audience when I say you idiots. I'm telling people out there, I'm not making this stuff up. If you're tuning in for the first time, this isn't a game, pal. You understand? We're all in grave danger right now. Keith in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
I'm just fired up as usual.
Yeah. So I've been a member of these Yahoo message boards for Yahoo Finance for about 5 or 6 years now.
Yep.
I mean, I'm 24 years old, and for the past few years I've been learning about the markets, learning about the economy. May of last year I was putting some posts on there saying markets are inflated and, you know, things should drop 20, 30%, yada, yada. And about a week ago, not a few days ago, I went online, replied to all my posts, brought them up to date. Magically, the next day, Yahoo deleted everything. And lately, I had talked about in there about the martial law I had seen online. And
yeah, listen, they don't want people to realize that Ron Paul and myself and you and millions of others were dead on. Because, see, Obama's going to get in. They're going to say, yeah, the banks misused some of the money. They stole $10 trillion. Watch, that'll be the number you hear in about a year. It'll really be about 20. But the point is, I told you by Christmas it'd be $5 trillion. It happened sooner than I said. But the point, because I read the bill, but that's how they're going to do it. Oh, that's the past with Obama. You know, Obama's here now. Oh, they stole $10 trillion, but so what? Let's move on now. The government's going to save you with a carbon tax to shut down your job. And then you can go work for the government. I saw on PBS today Robert Kennedy say, we're going to give you a job enforcing the new environmental laws. I mean, they're just going to hire millions. They said 3 million of these goons.
But so we got Yahoo and Google now taking away my freedom of speech on
Sir, Australian government has announced they're going to ban almost all political sites. It's happening here. They're blocking us out all over England. You can't get to prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com on government broadband systems, government facilities. Yes, because they're a pack of criminals, and they can't have us exposing them. You know what they're doing in my videos all over YouTube? People take the audio and put it up. They're going and filing and saying it's adult content to have it blocked so people can't hear it.
Yeah.
See, they're scared of the truth. They're making their move. They staged the terror attacks so they'd have their police state in place so they could then loot the Treasury and get away with it and then suppress us. And here's AP today saying that the police state is for the American people.
How come I'm 24 and I understand these things and what's going on in the country I'm growing up in, but everyone else in this country seems to be pretty blind?
Because they're a nation that bought into the fad culture of believing whatever the news says is right and being like everybody else, and so they can't admit they've been lied to. They can't admit they've been set up. They can't admit they're being taken to the cleaners. Their instinct is to grovel to authority, and so a lot of them actually know it's true, but they're going to try to get a black uniform. They're going to try to come take your house. They're going to try to be your boss. A lot of them know what's going on. They're going to join the evil. They're going to go along with it. You understand?
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot.
You bet. A lot of them are cowards and can't admit what they're part of. Yeah. Security focuses on protesters more than terror. Says the nation's anti-terror forces are mainly focusing on the American people and protest and people out of work. See, it was all for you. AP, it's all for you so they can have the heist and steal everything you've got. Offshore banks run the government. It's illegitimate. We'll be right back.